Action-packed sequence, evoking terror in the heart of the evildoers. But Stone Cold must be commended for ultimately allowing the park predators to live, because, I mean, they were bullies, and they were cowardly to threaten the maternal one and her offspring. And, I mean, to compound their crimes, they lied when they said that Fair Samantha was behind it all. Right?
I'm sorry. I can't do this.
Do what? I'm the one who kissed you.
No, Lucky. This is my fault. I made this happen.
There's no way that Samantha's guilty. She has to. I mean, you saw it. I mean, you saw those guys. You could tell that they were guilty even when they were denying it, so it would only make sense that they would lay false blame on your ex-beloved. I mean, the DA of Darkness has to be behind this. I mean, yes, of course, he would send out his winged monkeys to do his evil doing and then tell them to lay blame falsely on Samantha should they get caught. I mean, it's so typical for the DA to frame Samantha. Like last year with Darth Alcazar's flash drive, she's as innocent now as she was then. And she would never, ever terrorize the maternal one or her offspring.
She already did.
Okay, listen. You may have initiated the kiss, but I certainly made it easy. Lucky, I found myself drawn to you. We've been in pretty similar situations, me with Jason, you with Elizabeth, and you've been so sympathetic.
Because I understand you.
I know, and I guess that's why I find myself, talking to you and asking you to come over and even hiring you as my bodyguard.
You know what? You may not even realize it, but you're mixing up what you need with what you want, and you need a bodyguard. But it is a way you may stick it to Elizabeth.
Okay. That's fair enough. I will admit that I did enjoy seeing the look on her face when she found out that I hired you. But you know what? It's completely selfish. And you have to work on your marriage. Right. And if you're in this, it's not good.
Sam, don't worry about it.
There's a lot at stake for you. Lucky, Jason and I are over. You and Elizabeth are still together.
You know what? My relationship is not your responsibility.
Look, you've been a really good friend to me. And I should have been more considerate. You don't need to worry about me, what I might do, what I might say. So I'm really asking you as a favor right now to call Rodriguez and see if somebody else can get down here.
You need a bodyguard you can trust. And I want to be that for you. If Elizabeth can't handle it, too bad.
It's pretty clear what you're doing, too.
I know what's going to happen between me and Elizabeth.
Lucky she hurt you. And I'm not judging if some part of you wants to get back at her, but I don't want to make things worse.
Sam, you have no reason to feel guilty.
Oh, Lucky, I am guilty, okay? I am furious at Elizabeth and everything that she's done. You have been amazingly tolerant.
I'm trying to hold my family together.
I know, and I don't want you to do anything you're going to regret.
I don't intend to.
Look, having feelings and acting on them are two completely different things. If you got involved with me and Elizabeth found out, your marriage would be ruined. Okay, she's the mother of your children. There's a lot at stake here.
Elizabeth is willing to risk it.
Doesn't mean you should, too. And I don't want you to resent me. You've been a really good friend to me.
Sam, I appreciate your concern, but I'm not going to live in fear of what could happen.
You are a really great guy. And I think Elizabeth is crazy not to appreciate you.
Yeah, well, I could say the same about Jason. Maybe we're beginning to see the silver lining.
Spinelli, she didn't know what kind of person Maureen was. She didn't care. Anything could have happened to Jake.
Okay, my most humble point is this. Those actions are nothing like this. Nothing like hiring two men to scare Elizabeth and her offspring in the park. I mean, that required nefarious thinking and plotting, okay? And it was deliberately malicious.
That's right, it was.
Right. Well, I mean, it would have been malicious had the evildoers meant to do harm, but if Samantha did hire them, if she did, then, she just wanted to appear heroic. you know, and save the day. I mean, granted, not a good choice, not, you know, not a real sane choice, but doesn't it just show that she needs professional help, not punishment? Look, I mean, the evil ones have fled in terror, okay? Can't we just stop chasing this and call it past tense?
Yeah, I appreciate the thought, but you don't have to do this.
Listen, two gunmen almost killed you at the studio.
Months ago.
I want to make sure that the security is adequate, okay?
Detective Spencer, why did you want to see me?
I'd like to discuss how you plan on protecting Sam at the TV studio.
And why is that your concern? Well, surprise, I guess you didn't get the memo, because you're paying for it. I hired Lucky as my bodyguard.
You didn't waste any time, did you?
You know, I'm not really surprised that you turned into a gangster. You were always a dangerous, moody punk. But for Adela's sake, I'm not going to report this to the local police. But don't you ever do it again.
Who the hell was that?
Rick's father, Kate's boyfriend.
My father.